Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and as you guys can see, I've got a pretty big grocery haul. We spent about $130. I'll run through what we have. I've also laid out some of my leftover veggies from last week because I'm going to go through the meal plan as well, so I'll show you guys what I'm working with. So I spent $50 at Coles. I purchased some dog food because it was on sale, and I'm doing my flyby spend where I spend $50 every week for 4 weeks and I get 10,000 flyby points back. And then I also did my 10% off shop at Woolies. So at Woolies, the carrots were $1.70 a kilo, so I picked some up. Burger buns were $2.75. I'm going to be making some fish burgers, so I picked up these buns. And then I also grabbed some mushrooms from my fruit and veg shop because it was only $8 a kilo. The mushrooms I don't have a set meal plan for, but I tend to just throw them in stir fries or soups. And then I loaded up on some more oranges. There's probably about 3.5 kilos worth of oranges here. I love juicing them or just having them as a snack. That was at my local greengrocer as well. Sorry, fruit and veg shop. Coles and Woolies sell oranges for about $6 for 3 kilos. I paid about 80 cents a kilo at my fruit and veg shop. Avocados were also 80 cents each at my fruit and veg shop. And when I'm doing my Woolies 10% off spend, I tend to stock up on some toiletry items at home. So these tissue boxes, the 3-pack was $5 each, which I think is pretty cheap. If you have a shop in mind that sells cheap tissue boxes, please let me know in the comments. Plus, I purchase those when I get my 10% off. So I'm also just top up my toiletry cabinet. The pork leg crackling roast. Now, I'm not going to actually make a pork crackling roast out of this. I'm probably going to cut this up into smaller pieces and do like a braised pork in my slow cooker. So this was actually $9.50 a kilo, and it says here $12 a kilo, but when I scanned it, it worked out to be $9.50 or $9 a kilo. This big piece ended up costing me $17. Now, I'm actually recovering from a cold and a cough, so that's why my voice sounds a little bit off. Lemons were $2.99 a kilo at my fruit and veg shop. The cheese was $9.50 a kilo, and I get 10% off, so I figured I'd pick this up as well. This one's pretty good, but I still prefer the Coles tasty cheese. Excuse me there, guys. But because this is a lot more cost effective and I got 10% off, so I figured I'd just buy this week. I like to add this onto my fish burgers. I even grate it up for pasta. It just depends on what type of meals I make throughout the week. I stocked up on more of these stock cubes. I really need to go to an Asian grocer because Coles and Woolies sell this for $1.10 each, but I've seen these as low as 60 or 80 cents at an Asian grocer. But at least I get 10% off, and it's just for convenience, especially when I'm not feeling well. The battered fish from Woolies, $11 a kilo. That's what I use for my fish burgers. I just cook it in the oven or air fryer, no oil. Basta fillets was $7.50 a kilo this week. I tend to use this for soups. Sometimes I'll chuck it in the oven with a bit of lemon and just grill it and serve it on some rice or veg. The honey. I actually really like this type of honey, this brand, sorry, and it's from Coles, $6.50 for 500 grams. I have been having a lot of honey lemon teas because of my throat. Stocked up on a couple more tuna cans. I do have, I think, 3 left in my pantry, but like I said, on my 10% off shops, I tend to stock up on things that I eat quite often, especially when it's discounted. And I've picked up some sardine cans for my little fur baby. I try to give him 1 can every 2 weeks, and I spread it across the day. So like I'll give him like 1 sardine a day. So that can, he'll get 1 every day for 7 days, and then he'll have a week off, and then the next week I'll give him another can. The coconut milk, that was at Coles for $3.20 because I forgot to get it at Woolies. Woolies sells their coconut Sorry, I think I said coconut milk. I meant coconut water. Woolies sells their coconut water for $2.85, and I would have got 10% off that as well, but I forgot. And I did my Coles shop after, so I picked that up at Coles for $3.20. That's going to be added into my braised pork. When I meal prep that, I will film it and add it on after the grocery haul if you're interested in seeing that. The chicken thigh cutlets, I think these are bone-ins. I'm not sure if the bone is in or not, but it doesn't really matter. And the skin's on there. So I'm probably going to either marinate this and chuck it in the oven. So I might do a honey soy chicken thigh in the oven, or I might even make a chicken soup with it. We'll see. If I'm making a chicken soup with it, I like to have some sort of bone and some type of fat because I just find it adds more flavour. And then, because I was doing my 4-week spend at Coles, my conditioner was actually on sale, half price. So this is $20, and it did go on sale for half price for $10. And I find that these type of conditioners just work better for my hair. So I like to buy it when it's half price, and I like to stock up when I'm doing my flyby spends. I'm actually on my last bottle now, so I'm glad I picked this up. But the sales cycle for these conditioners happen quite often, so I only grabbed one this week, and maybe next week I can get more when I do my 2nd, 3rd or 4th week flyby spend at Coles. Now, I also bought some ginger at Woolies. I actually bought ginger last week at my greengrocer, I think it was, for $17 a kilo. This week I bought it from Woolies for $29 a kilo. This little piece here was about $1. I like to chew on some ginger, especially when I've got a sore throat or a cough. I just find it helps suppress the cough and helps soothe the sore throat. Now, veggie-wise, I've still got quite a bit of potatoes left over, as you guys can see. Onions, one lonely capsicum. I did eat most of the capsicum from last week's grocery haul, which is good. And I've probably got maybe 3/4 of a bunch of kale left, which you guys can see there. So these are the veggies that I have left over that I'm going to work with. I'll probably need to buy some more greens throughout the week because, as you can see, I'm a little bit light on when it comes to the greens and the veggies this week. But I really want to finish what I have at home first so there's no food wastage. So if I do end up making the chicken soup, I'm probably going to chuck in the potatoes, the onions, the kale, or I might even do some roast potatoes with the roast chicken thighs. Now, if you watched last week's grocery haul, you would have seen I purchased a big bag of onions as well. So I've got more than 5 onions. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit here just to give me a refresher as to what I have left in the fridge. That pretty much wraps up this grocery haul. I will tack on those meal prep cooking clips if you're interested in watching. Oh, and guys, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up on my video because it really helps out the algorithm. And don't forget to subscribe. That way you guys get notified every time I post and upload. Here are some of the meals of the week, guys. I had some hot honey cheese toast. And this next one is really simple. Some homemade chips and a pie that I grabbed from the freezer, which I tossed in the oven. And this is my slow cooked pork. It was Asian inspired, and it is slow cooking with some onions, garlic, coconut water, fish sauce, a bit of ABC sauce, and soy sauce. And I just have that with rice. This next clip here has just got some white steamed rice, some sauteed mushroom and kale, and some chicken thigh, with some really simple seasonings such as salt, chicken salt, and paprika. On this day, I ducked out to the shops to grab some bacon because we were running light on proteins, and I'm just sauteing it with a bit of onions, and I grabbed some markdown dips as well, but I'm going to use that as a pasta sauce, and I just served it on top of some penne pasta. And with the leftover bacon, I just sauteed with some mushrooms and had that with some toast the next day.